Hello and happy week 3. You'd think it's Monday of week 3, but it's actually Saturday of week 3 because I've not been well, which if you watch week 1 and week 2, we all saw it coming. We knew it was going to happen. Week 2 was like a really good week as well. I was just adapting to make everything work because I wasn't feeling 100%, and I think what I inevitably did was push myself more into being just so run down that my body just kind of crashed. Started from around Monday. I was just getting home from work and just not being able to do anything. Like, I haven't done a food shop this week. Everything's been like on the day. What can we have? What can I just run and get and not have to think about? And then it really all took a turn yesterday. But I think I'm through the worst of it. So today is, and it's going to sound like I'm being really over ambitious, but I'm going to try and get a few things done today. So that includes cleaning because I adore my partner and he has been cleaning. But you know, when you're like, I like it cleaned a certain way, and his way completely makes sense and it works and the house is lovely. You wouldn't look at it and be like, that house hasn't been cleaned. But I want to just do a clean over it. I've got 3 parcels I need to take to the shop. I need to do an actual food shop. If you look in our fridge, it's like 4 slices of pizza and a pack of Lucozade. So we need actual food. And then I need to do a few other things today. Basically, in terms of illness, my endo just flared for like a week. And I think it's because I've had a bit of an issue with my chest. And I know there's probably science that's like, no, that's not the case. But I find that if I'm already run down and I'm a bit ill and I keep pushing when I'm run down, I inevitably end up in pain. So I'm a fool, I should have realised this. So week 3 is going to be a very short week because we're going to condense it into 2 days. Generally, it's not going to be what you'd expect. It's not like, I did a run this day. I've not ran at all this week. I think I did 1 weight session. Shouldn't have done that. I'm like, oh, I might go for a run tomorrow. I'm not. I'm going to wait until the beginning of next week. I'm just going to let my body, now that it feels a little bit better, just hit a point of like comfort, and it knows. I had the longest sleep of my life last night. I think I went to sleep at about 8 p.m. I like got into bed, said to Aaron, wake me up in 10 minutes. This is just a nap. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning in pain, but not really that bad, just enough to wake me up. And I was like, oh my God. And you know, when you're scared that that would have been like, what, 6 hours worth of sleep? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 6 hours worth of sleep. And I was like, that's how much I've been sleeping at the moment. I'm scared I won't go back to sleep. And so like, I was silly and checked my phone, and then I went to the toilet, and then I got back into bed, and I thought, and when I'm in pain, I jump to the shower. Like, the shower just solves all my problems because it heats my body up and it makes me feel a lot more relaxed because I tend to tense when I'm in pain. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to get in the shower, and Aaron's in work today, and I was like, I'll wake him up, like just panicking about it. I didn't want to go downstairs and do a hot water bottle because I was a bit dizzy, didn't really trust myself on the stairs. It's just, if anyone with a chronic pain condition will understand all of these things. And then I managed to get back to sleep, and then I woke up at like 5:30. So if you figure that out, I've had like a 9-hour sleep. I've not had that in about 4 weeks, which says a lot about how my body's been doing. Am I feeling a lot better for it? Yeah, sometimes a good night's sleep really is the resolve to all your problems. But I am going to be as gentle with myself today as possible, but try and just get a few things done. It really is a simple case of I did too much. Now, usually what I have been doing is pretty much not far off what I've been doing for the last like 2 or 3 years. The difference is I had just been on holiday, just come back from holiday about 3 weeks ago. And when we went away to Italy, we were out all day, eating the food, doing the steps, blah, 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 etc., etc. And it was beautiful, but it was during a heat wave. So it was like nearly 40, which it was meant to be about 25. And then we got back to the UK and it was a heat wave here non-stop. We finally got a day where it's cool and it's overcast and I could not be happier. That's like my favourite thing. And I think just the heat plus getting back into work, which has been like a lot of long days, which is fine. I just don't think I've had a minute to like think or breathe in between. And then I have to maintain running because running is what is good for my brain. And then I really start to enjoy painting, and I've taken on all of these lovely things, and I realise I haven't done much relaxing in between, and that's fine. But it all compiles, and inevitably I was getting ill anyway. And I'd adapted my runs to shorter runs, but I probably should have just stopped. And I always know this afterwards. It is what it is. So week 3 is going to be a very short week. It's going to be a 2-day week. Week 2 was phenomenal. I hope that next week is going to be the exact same as probably week 2, which is adapting, but more of like a recovery adapt. So I will probably try and still do my weights for week 4. I will try and introduce some runs back into place because I haven't done a long run for me in a while, which is like a 10 to 14k, and they're my favourite runs. And like this morning I have seen the weather, felt the weather, and I'm like, oh, this is the perfect weather for like a good 10 or 14k or a 12 or 11. And I'm like, as soon as I'd leave the house, I'd be 2k and I'd feel like trash, and I'd have to come home and I wouldn't be able to do the little things around the house that I want to do today. So yeah, we're all gonna have these weeks. It's absolutely fine. I don't beat myself up for things like this. The only reason why I'm a bit not annoyed at myself but disappointed in myself is I'll have a year, 6 months since having surgery. I have like a longer span of time, and then my body humbles me like, yes, you had surgery, but inevitably what you have is a chronic health condition. Surgery can only really decrease the issues. It doesn't get rid of them altogether. It's not a cure, obviously, because no one cares about women's reproductive health or chronic health conditions for everyone, not just women. So I just get frustrated or I get disappointed in myself because I know what happens when I start to get run down. I'm not sleeping properly. Sleep is like the core thing to keep my head above water in terms of like my health and my well-being. And that had started to suffer a couple of weeks ago, and I should have known. And I did know. I just thought, oh, well, you know, I'm better at managing this, but I should have just dialed it back to 0. Oh well. What does everyone else do with their weekends? What are we all doing? Are we all taking advantage of cooler weather, getting loads of things done? I have had to move my plants because the sun was burning them. So I'm happy I can move them back into place. Let me know what you guys are up to. What do you guys do on a weekend where you need to relax? What do we do? Do we just chill, do a few tasks? And then I'm hoping next weekend I can go for a nice walk. See how I'm doing. I feel like I'm out of the worst of it and I feel good about it. So you're going to see me speed clean soon. Then you're probably going to see me go to the shops. Then you're probably going to see me do a food shop. Then you're not going to see me shower, obviously. In the next clip, and I go, do you know what? I absolutely felt like trash and I couldn't do it. And if I do, that's absolutely fine. I hope I just don't do anything to make myself feel worse. So this is present Jasmine asking future Jasmine to be nice. Don't overdo it. We want a nice week 4 and we're happy with the way week 3's gone. So cleaning is done and I'm very happy about it, I'll be honest. I needed it to be quick, deep clean, which it definitely was. I think because we've had the back doors open so frequently, we have like a house full of pet spiders. And then recently someone gave me a plant, which was very lovely of them, but it brought gnats into the house. And I've had this happen before and lost a lot of plants to the gnats because yes, you can do like peat spray or whatever it's called, or you can do other things like that, but what I tend to do is dry them out because I find that that works the best, to the point where the eggs can't survive, and then I start watering again. And anyway, I had a lovely ZZ plant. It was beautiful. I loved it so much. It like thrived so well. And last summer I went and got soil from a shop and repotted all my plants aside from one, which is Christopher, who's the tall one that you can see there. I nearly lost all of them, including Pixie, this tree one, which I've never named because I was never a huge fan of her, but she's very robust, so she's stuck around. But anyway, someone very kindly got me a plant and it brought gnats in the house. So he's been expended outside, but it meant that all the spiders had food. So when I was cleaning, it was just like a cobweb with 25 gnats in it and a spider. So I was having to clean those up and do what I needed to do with those. And it was just a clean that was definitely needed. I find if you don't deep clean like once a week, that task gets huge the longer and longer you leave it. But anyway, it's done. I took it easy as much as I wanted to do a lot more moving of things around and stuff like that. I have to be mindful that maybe I can't do that at the moment, which is fine. So now we're on food plan. So I have my food plan from when I was well and I was hopeful, and I'm going to use that basically, but just add a few days on. So that'll be Sunday, that'll be Monday, that'll be Tuesday, that'll be Wednesday. So what I need is a Thursday, and so the Thursday is gonna be, that's gonna change. Oh, I'm still gonna do that. Oh, and that and that. So tonight we're gonna have steak tacos, tomorrow we'll have satay, Monday we're gonna have falafel wraps or chicken wraps because Aaron likes chicken, not falafel. Then I'm doing the sticky spicy turkey rice bowls, which looked great, so I'm glad that they're making a comeback. Wednesday I might do a pasta, I might do green pasta. So green pasta is basically everything green you've got in the house blitzed into a sauce. A bit bad that I just want to get a pie, like just pie mash. Do you know what, I'm going to do that. How much do I think it'll be? Expensive. Just get those two tasks out of the way and then I can chill. Anyway, you're probably going to see me in a second. I'm going to guess where I'm going to set this up. I'm probably going to set this up on the kitchen island and I'll unpack and chat. I can guarantee that. Don't I look healthier? You didn't see me yesterday, but don't I look healthier today? Oh, I think I do. I had 2 slices of cold pizza for breakfast. So I'm fueled and ready. My body must be like, Jasmine Brennan, what are we doing? And I respect that because I don't know what I'm doing. I think I had it at 8 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, you're on the island, like I said you'd be. I am gonna heat up some more pizza. Your shop done, not easy. I annoyed myself. I packed a load of bags to put into my main bag to take with me to the shop so I didn't have to buy more plastic bags. Don't know what happened before I left, I completely forgot. So I had to buy more bags. I don't drive, so I walked into town, dropped off the parcels. Luckily, 2 were Every, 1 was Royal Mail. I can do both at Royal Mail, so that's great. My body is not a temple at the moment. In fact, yeah, it is, and this is what this temple wants. I'm saying shush to me for trying to make myself feel bad for having this. The fuck? A weird thing to make yourself feel bad for. Anyway, food shop. Everything I got. Don't know how I walked at home. I honestly think my brain switched off partway through and was like, just get yourself home, Jasmine, just get yourself home. And I managed to. For reference, all of that. I'm going to quickly eat my pizza whilst I put this all away. And then I think I'm going to go for a shower, which was, everything was leading up to my favourite shower time, which is actually washing my hair because she's greasy. Is it, right? Is it that blondes are okay when their hair's greasy because you can't tell, or is it brunettes? Because I feel like you can tell when my hair's greasy. I get a bit like splitty gappy, if that makes sense. But anyway, I might dip Smith's pizza in some sour cream and chive dip. I'm feeling silly. But yeah, and then I'm going to just edit this afternoon. I haven't been able to edit this week and I've got a video going up tomorrow. And it's loads of footage. I was really happy with that week because that actually was a good week. I'm a chat. And then sometimes I'm just like, no one wants to listen to that. Even I don't want to listen to that. Why were you talking about it? Oh, I read loads of my book late last week, early this week. And I'm loving it. So I'm going to do some of that this afternoon as well. But I need to get all this away before it all goes warm because it is like still 23 degrees. Why I'm in a top over a top? Because I feel quite cold. Happy Sunday. Very short week for week 3, as we already know. I got everything done yesterday, which was phenomenal and didn't feel too rough for it. I've had a very slow morning this morning as well. I took my packages, did the food shop, had a nice shower. I've just put all the rest of my clothes away that are clean because I'm trying to keep on top of that. We watched Obsession last night. Terrifying. Could barely sleep. And then today we've got family coming around in about half an hour. And we're gonna meet them in town and go somewhere nice for a hot drink. I've had 2 coffees today, so I'm done for coffee. Otherwise I'll be up on a ceiling somewhere like in Hereditary. And then I'm gonna chill this afternoon and do a bit of reading. It's been the 2 days that I needed thus far. It really has truly been that. However, I need to show you guys. So we did pottery painting. I think I mentioned it in week 1. And we got them back. Do you want to see? How? Oh my god, the ASMR. But how cute. I really wish I'd done thicker coats on the handle and inside. But considering it was my first one, I'm so impressed by it. I'm hoping I'll touch back in on how I think this week is put all together because I should do a review. I think it's important too, even if it didn't go how well I thought it would. But what to expect when you run yourself down. Can't be surprised, can you really? Let's see how today goes. I keep beating myself up about not doing things this week or maybe not being as productive. I did do my clothes, which I've been speaking about for like 2 videos. I was sure I videoed it, but I can't find it. Oh well, such is life. I did do it. I did it in 20 minutes as well. You should have seen it. It was horrific. If I find the footage, I'll put it in here, but I've lost it. And I must have been in like a brain fog, in pain, can't think moment, but still decided to take on that task. That is toxic productivity, I believe. Hello, week 4, Jasmine here, end of week 4, currently editing. I thought it was a bit unfair that I didn't close the video off, so this is me doing that now. Although week 3, as we can all tell, wasn't a great week, it was a week I needed. I needed a little bit of rest and relaxation and to do minimal, and that's fine. And spoiler alert, week 4 is great. So I feel the benefits of a very relaxed week 3. But yeah, wasn't the best. Could have been worse, probably. But we're here and we're fine. And I still managed to get things done, which I'm happy with. And it doesn't always have to be productive. It can just be what it was. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'll see you week 4, which is where I am right now.